I think in many cases it's not unnecessary to study in college, but in all cases studying only in college is not enough. You always need to continue self-education. That's why I decided to talk about how to learn new things more effectively. And I think you need to start from the reason, from motivation. Ask yourself 5 times why you think you need to learn it. I'm not meaning that you need 5 different answers on this question. I mean you need to find the deepest one. For example, you trying to learn chemistry, and why you need to learn chemistry. Maybe the reason you want to understand biology. And why you need to understand biology? Maybe you want to be a good doctor. That's why you need to understand biology and learn chemistry. And you can also ask yourself why you want to become a doctor. And the reason can be because you want to save lives. For example, because you think human life is the most valuable and important thing in our world. It could be different answers, but you need to find the deepest one. It would be much easier to learn new things because you will have connection between who you want to become and why you need to do it. Next point is try to make it easier. You need to find source which is compatible to your submodality. For example, it's easy for you to listen audiobooks instead of read it, or maybe watching YouTube videos with visualization instead of listening audiobooks. You need to find your own way how to make it easier for you. Third point is active learning. You need to focus on subject you learn. Focus on book you read, focus on video you watch without doing anything else. For example, turn off your TV or music. Concentrate only in what you're doing right now, listening or reading or watching or talking with someone. Just focus on subject you're trying to learn. Fourth point is making notes. And it would be even better if you will write your notes in one notebook. Or maybe you create folder on your laptop or download some special app in your phone. Fifth point is retell someone what you just learned. And also use analogy. Try to explain it in a different way with your own examples. Not the same you just learn from your source. Use your own to understand it and to learn it in more creative way. Sixth point is simplify. If you can't explain subject without using special terms, mostly it means that you don't understand it completely. So if you catch yourself on using special terms to explain something, try to simplify as much as you can, like you're talking with a child. Seventh point, before going to bed, remember what you learned today. It is important because our brain transfer from short-term memory to long-term memory while we're sleeping. So it's very useful to remember what you learned today. Eighth point is surround yourself with subject you're trying to learn. For example, read books, watch YouTube, listen to audiobooks, listen to podcasts, or maybe you can find community with people who already interested in your topic. For example, internet forum or maybe Facebook group or something else. Try to ask questions about subject. You don't really need to ask someone. You need to create these questions, because when you create questions, you actively think and you systemize your knowledge about this subject. 10th point, related with previous point, is try to answer your questions by yourself, not just asking lecturer or your teacher, just try to find information by yourself. 11th point, create an interest in your subject. For example, you're trying to learn geography, but you like history. Try to find historical connections with subject you're learning right now, and try to learn subject in the way you're really interested in. 12th point, learn constantly. There is no subject in the world that you can learn at one day or at one night. You need to learn it constantly, maybe every day, maybe several times a week. But when you back to subject you learn, brain creates more strong connections between your neurons. 13th point is try to find a mentor or maybe teacher who already passed your way. Because it's really much easier to communicate with someone who already did it and who can show you effective way to learn it. 14th point, if you found a mentor or teacher, try to trust him. Try just do as he or she asks you to do. Maybe for one day, maybe for 1 week, maybe for one course. But if you really found someone who you think is an expert in your niche, try to trust him and follow his or her advices. 15th point is try to find different points of view on your topic. For example, you can read a book. You can speak with previous generation, your parents or grandparents, or maybe just older people. You can also speak with your friends. Try to find different point of views on this topic, because when you do it, you can see a bigger picture on this subject. 16th point is repeat. If you find some source which is made for experts, for example, some book or maybe course, and you don't understand it completely, try to relearn it later, maybe after a week, maybe after months. Because when you will do it again, you can understand more and you can find more details or maybe some important information which you just missed. 17th point is try to write a detailed summary. Because when you will do it, you can use a different type of memory when you write in something, and it can help you to remember subject better. 18th point is try to teach someone. For example, your friend or maybe your parents, try to explain them what you learned, and when you will do it, maybe you find some gaps in your knowledge, and you can relearn it again from the source, and then you will really understand the subject. 19th point is make pauses between learning. After reading a chapter, try to relax maybe 10, maybe 15 minutes. For example, you can clean your house, or maybe just sit and rest. Maybe walk some time on the street, because when your brain has free resources, it can create a unique idea by combination what you learned with what you already knew about the subject. So it's a really useful technique to make pauses with doing nothing. 20th point, if you learn from free source, try to imagine that you already paid for it a lot of money. 21st point is sleep. Try to sleep not only at night, but if you feel sleepy while you're learning something, try to sleep maybe 10 minutes, maybe half hour, maybe 1 hour. But after your sleep, your knowledge will be transferred from your short-term memory to long-term memory. 22nd point is visualization. You can create a visual map about some subject, maybe on your laptop, maybe just use a notebook or paper. You can draw what you already learn and create a visual map of your study. 23rd point is the reward. Try to reward yourself immediately after you do some progress in your study. For example, read a chapter, or maybe finished a course or something else. When you did something important in your study, try to immediately reward yourself. 24th point is be critical. Don't trust any source you found. Try to find proofs. Try to compare new knowledge with you already know about the subject. Try to find different point of views on this topic, because nowadays so much information and not all of it is true. 25th point is recall. Try to recall after you read a chapter, after you listen to podcast, or maybe watch the video. Just maybe for 1 minute, try to remember what it was about and recall it to yourself. I hope this video was useful for you. Thank you for watching, for subscribing, for your likes and comments. Thank you.